Okay, quick music disclaimer here. I do not own the rights to this music, which belongs to the rightful owner, who is the intoxicating mind of Dr. Frankenstein. So he made my intro and my outro, and I hope you guys enjoy. Check them out on Spotify and YouTube, and no copyright infringement is intended. Thank you. Have a good day.
Clear choice of good versus evil, of right versus wrong.
Twisted Tales.
So yeah, like I was saying, police had James's body protected by the cover of a police tent that had been set up by them. Lighting equipment was brought onto the scene so they could work the investigation after dark. And it was just so police could try and figure out a time frame when the body was dumped there. Now, investigators figured his death had occurred somewhere between 5:45 and 6:30 p.m. that Friday. So it was only almost 3:45 when they abducted him, roughly. Police continued searching all the used and disused railroad tracks for any clues or evidence to this case here. They also interviewed a bunch of the townfolk. Now, all the instruments that were used in the attack were found, like, fucking thrown around the area and stuff. The iron bar, or fish plate, stones, bricks, all were covered in the boy's blood. They even found the stolen tin and blue paint that was found nearby. They threw that in his eyes and shit.
Yeah. And it does show you, like, these guys are 10. They've messed up so badly, like, you know.
Yeah, so it's very childlike,
The thing
isn't
is,
it?
yeah, it goes to show their age where they're just leaving shit around.
Yeah.
Not really thinking about
That's
it.
what I'm trying to say, yeah.
But also as well, like, what they did was so brutal that you just can't justify it.
You can't, yeah, you can't.
Logically.
I've said it again, like, I can't wrap my head around it.
And all police had to go off of was, like, just James's body, camera footage, and the sighting of the three from the townfolk here. So, I mean, they had to now identify those two boys that led James out of the butcher shop, and they were seeking the public's help to do this, too.
Yeah.
So, little James's body was identified by one of his uncles, and upon identifying him, it was said that he looked so broken, but he then remained silent for quite a time after.
I mean, I don't blame his parents at all for not being able to do it, and what a guy that uncle is.
Yeah, for doing it, yeah.
I don't think I could.
Yeah, I know.
That's... No, I was just thinking, like earlier, just another life ruined, you know, it's just another life that's had to go through something because of these evil kids.
Yep. Now, this whole case went from a missing persons case to a murder investigation in like fucking 48 hours. A conference was held at the Stanley Road Police Station to confirm the death of James Bulger. Now, even separate police stations worked together over the next little bit and did 20 plus interviews over a 3-day period. So they were interviewing people that might have seen anything or saw James with the two boys along their travels between the abandoned railway tracks.
And it's got to be hard because they're walking along, like, in the mall, out of the mall, there's so many people.
Yeah, tons.
Yeah.
And, you know, even, like, they were, like, beating him and shit. Like, James still followed them, right? And when he was, like, when they gave him the first couple beatings, like, his forehead was already bruised. Eventually it cut open. He was bleeding a bit. So this caused Venables and Thompson to pull up the hood of his hoodie over his head just to try and hide the injury so nobody would notice as they were walking by.
Jeez.
But as they walked with them, some townfolk could clearly see the partially covered forehead injury, and one person even saw a tear in his eyes and stuff here, but nobody fucking did anything.
Nobody
Nobody did
said
anything. I know
anything.
this is what I mean. Like, I'm not blaming these people because you can't, because that's just awful. But I do in a way, because I just think, like, if that was your child or your grandchild or your brother or sister or something, would you not want somebody?
I know you can't really just go ahead and take the child, but
No, but you can question them.
intervene. Yeah, like what are you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, because I guarantee you, if someone would have done that, they would have gone shit.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I don't like it. Go
But
away.
the more they got away with it, like you say, the more they beat him and the more people just walk past, I think the braver they got.
Yeah.
I just fucking hate them so much.
Yeah. I agree.
I know. Fucking awful bastards.
Yeah.
I'm glad people find out their fucking names and fucking put it all online
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm glad people do that, because I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be living next door to one of them.
Nope.
Nope.
Definitely not.
And yeah, like all of this had come out in police interviews too. Like it was later found out that 38 people had seen James that day and the two boys, and they seen him like being hurt, just dragging him along, and nobody did fucking anything.
38.
Hmm.
Like, it's not 4 or something.
No, that's what I mean.
38 people.
You're telling me those 38 people, not one of them thought I should say something.
No, well, this
That's
is a bit
38 chances that baby had. 38 chances
Yeah.
that baby had to survive.
Because even if you assume they're brothers or something,
If they're hurting,
if one's hurt and bleeding or crying, or I maybe not intervene straight away, but I'd sort of stand back and watch and see.
what they were doing.
Yeah.
Once I think you'd clearly see that there was something going wrong if you sort of did just watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Police were actually informed that the older boys were just wandering around Liverpool, like the shops, walking past buildings, busy ass parking lots, strolling down like busy streets and shit. And there was also here a woman who straight up saw Thompson punch Bulger, grab him, shake him wicked violently, and then she told police that she just pulled her curtain shut and blocked out the scene.
Like, I'm not going to lie, right? I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
38 people can go fuck themselves.
If that's what they were seeing and it was ignored, like what the actual
What is wrong
fuck?
with people?
What the fuck? I can't imagine not saying anything. I just can't. I don't know. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I've stayed away from this case because I thought Barry was going to do it, and then you said you were going to. So, but obviously I know it quite a lot. But there's so much, Chris, that you've reminded me of, and I'm like, what? I'm angry. It's made me really angry.
Yeah, I mean, fucking 38 people, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's nuts. It's not like it's like 2, you know?
Yeah. 38
Yeah.
chances. Like,
Hmm.
I just can't.
There was another bystander here that saw the 3. This was like an elderly woman, I guess. She noticed that Bulger was crying. She noticed his injuries. She approached the 3. She was like, what the hell's going on, right? But the 2 10-year-olds just thought up a lie wicked quick. They're like, we just found him at the bottom of the hill, and, we're taking him to fucking the nearby Walton Lane police station.
Yeah.
So what the fuck do you do, right? Like, okay, well, it's just down the road kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but she could have said, alright, I'll come with you.
I'm an adult. Yeah.
Yeah, so like she actually called out to them when they were like a little bit further away, but they ended up walking away. They didn't look back, and they just kept on fucking going forward.
Yeah.
She didn't think,
But then you don't.
maybe I'll take time out my day. Yeah, but if you saw a little kid, right, and they were bleeding, crying, whatever, and these 2 little kids said, we're going to take him to the police station, he's lost, would you not say,
I'm going to come with you.
I'll come with you?
Yeah, you
Or,
get the grown up.
I mean, mobile phones weren't a thing then, but now you'd be like, hold on a minute, we'll call the police on my phone, let's wait here, like, let's try and find his parent. Like, I would intervene in that situation, I really would, because, not that I'd be thinking they were doing anything wrong, because I wouldn't if they were 10, but just because you're then an adult, because they're young, they're only 10, like, they can't be in charge of a fucking 2-year-old.
No, not at all.
No, I have a bit of a tangent about that, but I won't go on it.
I just hate people. This is why I hate people.
Yeah.
That's why I live in my own little bubble with nobody.
It's nice. Nice variety.
Yeah.
Now, there was another woman here standing nearby. She said that she heard James laughing a moment ago. So, this is what she told the old lady. So, like, both of them assumed nothing was wrong, right? Because, well, he was just laughing a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then later that night, one woman saw the news that Bulger was missing. She phoned the police and expressed regret for not doing something.
I'm glad she did. I'm sorry, but I am glad she did. It was not their fault. I know it's not their fault, but at the same time, you know.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
I mean, at least people owned up to this shit, right?
True, very true. Very, very true. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. I know I wouldn't.
No.
I'd feel fucking awful. Look at that lady up the road that got stabbed and you heard her scream. Like, you felt terrible for fucking months after that.
Yeah, awful. I felt physically sick about it. It was awful.
Exactly.
Now, Bulger, he was almost rescued yet again here. This is like a little bit later down the road. A woman was concerned for the toddler. She told Venables and Thompson that she would take the child to the police station herself.
Ooh.
But when she asked another woman nearby to look after her daughter while she did so, that woman refused because her dog didn't like children. So Bulger and them got away once again here.
Off they went. Good for you, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't got so much of a problem with her, but although I still have, like, you could have took your daughter as well, but at the same time, like, that's a really difficult situation because we don't know her situation. Like, for me, for instance, like, my daughter's heavy and I've got a really bad back. I can't carry her. She's too heavy for me. So if we had to go anywhere, if I had to carry, like, say the police station was a mile up the road, 2 miles up the road, I don't know where I could carry her that far if she wouldn't walk. So, but at the same time, like, I just wish she'd have taken him away from them.
Yeah, but I bet she does too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much it there. Along the way, Venables, Thompson, and Bulger walked into a few different stores. This is where they interacted with both shopkeepers, and they were actually suspicious of the older boys, but they let them go, right? Venables and Thompson came upon 2 older boys that they knew, so they asked who the kid was. Then Venables replied that he was Thompson's brother, and they were taking him home to his mother, which is just a crock of shit to begin with.
Yeah, right.
I think it's just a bit fucked that not one person during any one of these encounters just said, like, why the fuck are you doing to that kid? Why is he all fucked up? You know?
It's the number 38.
38 chances is all I would say. 38 chances. And I would honestly say to them, any of them in a room, I would say to them, you had a chance to save him and you chose not to get involved because whatever reason it suited you at that time. But now that child's dead and you could have saved him. Sorry, but you could have.
Well, exactly. But, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess because people, like, believe that they were kids, like, they believe their lies and all that, maybe?
Yeah, because they're little kids. Why would you think that they would be lying to you? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, nobody probably expected them to lie about an injured 2-year-old, you know?
Yeah. No, exactly.
Even, like, John Venables and Robert Thompson could have seemed like they could be the brothers of that kid, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it depends how convincing they are, and if it comes off naturally, like, oh, it's my brother, oh, it's my brother's friend, or oh, it's my cousin.
They've both obviously got no problem with lying and cheating and stealing and all that.
Yeah.
So they're both, I would say, good at it.
Yeah. But at the same time, you know, I don't care if you look like the mum, the dad, the sister, the brother. If I look and I think that child, something doesn't look right, I'll fucking call him out. I would.
But it is a different time.
Yep. It's the 90s.
Yeah.
And, like, even when everybody in town heard that it was 2 kids that did this, like, this caused, like, a little bit of an uproar. Various children were actually being identified as potential killers. You know, some of the parents even reported their own kids, right?
Yeah.
I mean, fucking think of that.
Yeah, but could you imagine, like, your kid was out that day and you have no idea where they were, and you sort of question them about it, they probably would get defensive because
if they were doing something they shouldn't have been doing.
Or even if they weren't, they'd be like, "Why do you think it's me?" And I'd be like, "Well, is it you? Why do you think it's me?" Like, you can imagine, as a parent, you know, to report them. I think good for you, because if you
genuinely believe it's them,
or you don't know where your kid was, and you know you just said, "I didn't know where my kid was. I've asked them. They've been a bit evasive to me." Like, good for you for reporting them. Where were you though when that little boy needed you? Because you obviously got some more balls than these 38 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, where were you at, you little fuckers?
Yeah.
Even parents, like, telling police that it was probably their kid. I mean, like, that's got to put a damper on, like, family functions going forward, right?
Yeah. Massively.
Now, like, even police had, like, some of the evidence, you know, newfound knowledge that the killers were 2 children. So what police did was they looked into all the nearby schools. So they checked things out with, like, headmasters of each school, checking all the absentee lists for the day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So, like, the whole teacher's list here, it's like you used to record, like, student attendance and all that shit like that.
Yeah, you used to have a register twice a
in
day.
the morning and in the afternoon.
Yeah, I think they still do that now, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a safety thing too, right?
Yeah, apart from they don't call you till about 12 o'clock to find out where your child is, and you're like,
No, I mean, like, it also goes along with, like, attendance issues and shit. You know, it allows for contact with parents or guardians if, you know, a kid goes missing or something like that, or he skips class.
Yeah.
Now, police started looking at a bunch of kids around that age frame, focusing on other children who had, like, violent records or trouble with the law, came from poverty and shit like that. But a little later, police ended up getting, like, this anonymous phone call, so that rolled in. Now, the phone call mentioned 2 names, John Venables and Robert Thompson. So the caller told police that Venables and Thompson were both absent from school on that Friday. They seen blue paint on the sleeve of Venables' jacket, that it was dirty, and they told him that his age was 10. He attended school at St. Mary's, located down on Bedford Road. The school here has an age range from 3 to 11.
Yeah.
Now, the school had a capacity of 210 students and teachers.
Had to build bigger schools, didn't they? That's the thing. 200 kids is not a lot nowadays.
And they have started doing that, haven't they?
Yeah,
especially where we live.
schools.
All the schools have been knocked down and rebuilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what the cops did here was they called the headmistress, asked if John Venables was present in school that day. So she checked the absentee list, and then he had been absent the entire day, and he was hanging out with another kid named Robert Thompson. And the headmaster actually knew Thompson quite well. She knew the family lived in Walton Village.
Yeah.
And this was actually an area close to where James's body had been found.
It's childlike, isn't it? They stayed where they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, both boys were said to have difficult home lives. Both were playing hooky from school, and they were both absent on the day of the killing. So a group of detectives were sent out to the address that they got from the headmistress, and then they were told that they were going to talk with 2 10-year-old boys. So this is on February 18th at about 7 a.m. This is when they stopped by the Venables residence. So they began to ask him some questions here regarding the coat that he wore that Friday. And then they talked to him some more. Venables said something pretty odd. He said, "Are you guys going to go speak with Robert?" So he pretty much dimed him out right there.
Of course he fucking did.
Yeah.
There's no loyalties there between them two, is there?
And I don't just think it's not loyalties. They're kids, you know? He's like, oh shit, we've been caught. You know?
Maybe.
So police went to the Thompsons as well. So he was sat down and explained why they were there, and that he would be taken down to the station to be questioned. And this here is when Thompson had started to cry. So obviously he knew something was up, right? Like, fucking, you know, shit's going down.
Yeah.
You can kill a child, but then when the police come knocking, you cry like a fucking
Baby.
Baby, yeah.
Yeah. These fight and flight's kicking in, isn't it?
Pretty much. So while they were there, they discovered blood on Thompson's shoes, and both kids were arrested around the 7 a.m. mark, and they weren't interrogated until like 5 p.m.
Thing is that they've got to get like appropriate adults and shit. Haven't
Yeah,
they? Get...
the parents know, la 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 la.
Yeah.
I believe now, isn't it? It's under 10 and under. It's a lot lighter, isn't it? If you've done something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So obviously both the kids got to sit around, kind of worry and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, both boys during that whole time said that they were nowhere near the Strand shopping mall.
Where did they say they were?
Oh, they just said they were like skipping school and shit.
Mm.
So obviously, like, police had them there, right? You know, they were off that day and stuff. That murder happened, so obviously, like, they knew they were full of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Police also received some info from a shop owner at the mall, and he said he was sure that Venables and Thompson were at his shop the day of James's disappearance. They were hanging around, looking into the shop window, touching the pane of glass and stuff, all that, right?
Mm.
So what police did is they went there, they fingerprinted, they took all the marks from it, and they actually came back positive for Venables' fucking ID and stuff.
It's just fucking idiots, aren't
They're just kids, aren't they? Kids doing evil shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fingerprints could be visible by like a smudge or like a sweat stain or oil on like a hard surface, right?
Yeah, I mean, you leave your DNA everywhere, and I know DNA wasn't like amazing back then, but fingerprints were on the way.
Yeah. I mean, this relies on like the unique patterns of ridges, loops, like
Yeah.
arches on a person's fingertips and stuff, right? So then they're analyzed by forensic experts to match them up with the suspect of a crime.
Yeah.
So, like, no matter how much bullshit that they fed the police, they had them dead to rights. Like, the prints were literally put there by him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like, we know this is you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boys were actually in separate interview rooms here at different locations. Now, there was nothing but, like, a table, some walls, and a fucking recorder. Here you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it said that Thompson wasn't fazed by any of this. Like, he just didn't give a shit.
Wow. Crazy. I wonder, I can't remember, had he been in a police station before? I really can't remember.
I don't know much about this case, I honestly don't, because, like I said, it just breaks my heart.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I've been arrested a couple times.
Oh, were you asking if Chris has been arrested, were you? Yeah. I thought you were asking if one of them had been arrested.
What have you been arrested for?
Just drunk shit.
Drunk shit.
I love it.
I was arrested once. And
Were you?
Yeah, and the guy that arrested me...
How do I not know this?
The guy that arrested me is thick as shit, right? So he came into a pub and he was like... Said our names. He was like, I'm going to arrest you, you come for an interview tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, whatever. So anyway, my friend, her cousin or something was like a Satan slave, and they had police for down there. So it's one of the pubs... I know what one it was. It was opposite the chip shop in right where my mum used to live in Hevitree. Anyway, it's in like Rifford Road.
Dolphin?
No, not Dolphin. It was the one.
I know where you are, yeah.
But anyways, they come down, Satan slaves, and they were like, and we're like, oh no, don't worry about it, because we didn't want anyone to know. We're like, no, it's fine, like nothing to worry about. Oh, fucking hell. And anyway, I went in there and like spun him a load of shit, and he was like, well, I'm gonna have to release you without charge. I was like, thought so. I can't prove shit. But yeah, it was like, what did she do? Because my friend nicked a load of stuff from Boots, and then she gave it to me, and then I took it in for a refund, and she refunded it for me, but she gave me back all the stuff and the money. He was like, well, where did the stuff go? I was like, I don't know. And he was like, well, did you... I think you walked out of it. I was like, no, I didn't. I left it there. And like, you couldn't prove it. Do you know what I mean? So where'd you get the stuff from? I was like, I bought it. He was like, where from? I was like, Plymouth.
I'm like, I stole it. I know you would.
Yeah.
No.
I know, no, you wouldn't, because it was like hundreds of pounds worth of stuff. It's all like Clinique and shit like that.
Oh no, I'd cry my ass off.
Oh, it's fun. Especially when the police officer's fucking stupid. It's even better.
Okay. So, Venables was interviewed at Lower Lane Police Station. This is 3 miles away in, physically.
I love it when things are 3 miles away and fuck.
yeah. My favourite place.
Yeah.
So this place with like a great big brick building with a gated parking lot with yellow and blue checkered police cars. So I noticed that your police cars are way different than the ones we have. They're like blue checkered and shit and yellow and stuff.
I saw, I've never seen it before, a black police car yesterday that was a Volvo.
Yeah, but that's just undercover, babe.
No, because he had all the stripes and stuff.
They've got
on it.
Teslas now.
Yeah?
Going up in the world.
Yeah.
Got a few Teslas on the go. We know where all our fucking money's going.
So Venables admitted to seeing James in the Strand that Friday. They were going up to the escalators, and then he seen them at the doors, and he was with his mom. So he said that James was running around, and John said, "Come here," grabbing his hand when he got by, and then they walked into the mall.
So easy.
As he said this, he started crying. He's like, "We're going to get all the blame for this, right? We always get the blame," he said. "It's because you're doing stupid shit."
Yeah.
Now, the mall cameras time-stamped this being at 3:42 p.m. when they were leaving the mall. So it was here where the cops tried to build like a rapport with him, right? Like having a little relationship with him.
You get caught
No.
back up type of thing.
I mean, if you don't try and build that shit up, you'll probably get nowhere when the police are asking questions and stuff, right?
Yeah, and their kids as well. Like, it must be so easy.
So they try to do this to improve the quality of information that's gathered by creating like a comfortable, trusting atmosphere that encourage witnesses and suspects to be more cooperative and forthcoming.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, this helps them overcome their distrust, their anxiety, all that other shit that might prevent a person from speaking freely.
Yeah.
And, like, things should just run smoothly for police, like allowing officers to be more direct, you know, the conversation and truthful answers, all that will come, right? So, yeah, it's this way to try to get information.
The thing is, as well, it's like you've got to play it down as much as you don't want to. You've got to make it sound like, you know,
They're going to be alright.
yeah.
Let's sort this out.
He was crying, he was irritating you. Like, you know, babies cry, they're irritated, and they're like, yeah, actually, yeah.
No.
You know, make it sound like what they've done is not that bad.
So, Thompson said that he told John to take the baby back, and then all the interviews went back and forth, right?
Yeah.
So Venables was told that Thompson said that he led James out of the Strand, and Venables replied with, we never. And then he began crying because he got so fucking upset. He's a liar. You know, called him a liar and everything.
In a corner, isn't he? Doesn't know what to do.
No, because he's caught, right?
Of course, yeah.
And shit like this just continued on for like an hour or two or whatnot. So Venables was telling him about playing hooky from school, being a, you know, proper wanker around town and all that. Just denying he was anywhere close to the shopping center, which we all know was bullshit.
Yeah.
And his mother was there as well, like even telling his mother and police that this was the God's honest truth. You know.
Imagine being their parents, though. Like,
oh my god.
could you just imagine? You'd just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, we
mean,
think
like-
our kids are stressful. Jesus.
I know. Could you imagine? I would be so mortified. I'd be devastated.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know, people are always just, like, swearing to God when they're lying and shit, right? Like, that's gotta be, like, the holiest of fucking truths, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, I mean, saying this phrase implies that the speaker's not just being honest, but is stating something as a fact that is real and dependable as God's own nature, which, you know, described as being incapable of lying or error or anything, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, the word honest is actually added in for emphasis to try to further testify the claim of truthfulness, and addition of God's makes it even stronger, like
Yeah.
God's own fucking will and shit, right?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, it's just a fucking redundant but powerful way to stress that what is being said is not a lie, a mistake, or, you know, a mere opinion or anything.
Yeah.
Even though that, like, they denied being at the mall and everything, right? Thompson kept saying that they were, which police knew anyway, right, from the fingerprints and all that. Now, they wondered why Venables was lying about that part, almost as if he was, like, hiding something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, police knew that he didn't want to admit that something extremely fucking horrible happened that day, so he was just trying to keep his innocence.
Mm-hmm.
But they kept on grilling him, Thompson as well, to the point where he said, yeah, well, how do you know it was me that killed him? I never even killed him. Then, yeah, like, investigators noticed that he started to cry whenever they grilled him about, like, certain key points during questioning, right?
Yeah.
Mm. So is that like guilty stuff? When he feels guilty, he has a bit of a sob.
Yeah. But there's another thing to it here, too. Like, Thompson would cry whenever there would be, like, an awkward situation, just so he could avoid more questioning.
Mm-hmm.
And here they would give him, like, a can of pop or, like, a chocolate bar to help him gain his composure, right? So this is something that he continued to do going forward, just so he'd get rewarded, right? So he'd fucking tell them something, start crying, get a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet they wanted to spit on that chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just it was all fake tears, right? Like, his eyes or cheeks weren't wet.
Yeah, there are noises, but the actual actions.
Thing is, you know when someone's crying and when they're not. Like, everyone's so ugly when they cry.
Yeah,
like
you can tell.
Your whole face is completely different.
Yeah, you can
apart
tell.
from when you're faking it. And some people can't. I used to be able to make myself cry. I can't anymore, but I used to be able to make myself cry. Now I'm just like a hard, like closed off, black-hearted person. I've used all my tears on fake crying.
Yeah, I never used to cry. Now I cry all the bloody time.
Yeah, see?
Terrible.
Now, one of the investigators who questioned Thompson later on said that the boy was street smart, clever, and that he was trying very, very hard to con me.
And you must have some balls to try and manipulate police officers. Like, at 10 years old, if the police would have come and got me, I would have shit my pants.
Oh, absolutely. I would have told them everything.
Yeah.
Even just at the front door, as soon as I see them, I'd be like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, it's just fucking crazy how, like, he tried to play him, right?
Yeah. Like, I look at when my kids were 10 and they still feel like little babies. They're little.
Yeah, definitely. I could still pick my son up when he was 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, even, like, when this kid was crying, too, like, it's just a response to an emotional state, like physical pain or a way to relieve stress, right?
I bet he's scared.
Yeah, no, he's definitely scared. But, I mean, fake crying is the act of shedding tears or expressing sadness without genuine emotional distress or anything, right? It's, like, often used to manipulate a situation.
Yeah. He wanted him to feel sorry for him.
It's like a way to get attention or avoid consequences, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, well, if he starts crying, like you say, they're rewarding him and stuff. He's associating that very quickly.
Yeah.
With, if I cry, I get something, and then they shut up for a minute.
I don't have to say anything.
And then what they'll do, if they're good at their job, is they'll try and ask him again, but they'll reword it.
Yeah, do it in a different way.
Yeah. So then he's like, shit, I've got to cry again because I've got to answer this question.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys call this, was it fucking crocodile tears or whatnot?
Yeah. Could you imagine being those police officers, though? I would have lost my shit.
But they deal with it every day.
Yeah, but it's different. A 10-year...
It is, yeah.
It's so different. Like, every case is so unique anyway, but 10-year-olds and what they did to him, it's not like...
They just put him in the river or something.
Exactly.
They tortured him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could imagine sitting there and trying to downplay what they've done to make it seem like it's not really that big a deal. Especially if you've got kids yourself. And probably some of them are kids that are similar ages to James or to these older boys, you know?
I don't know. It's, like I said, it was just... It's like they were practicing.
Yeah, could you imagine if they hadn't got caught?
Yeah. Like practicing what do I like to do, and they've done a bit of everything to him to see
what they like.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely would have killed again if they didn't get caught.
Especially if they tried to kidnap a different child.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
Yeah. No, they would definitely done it again.
I mean,
100%.
if you were that mum of that child, like, how relieved must you have been that wasn't your child, as horrible as it sounds?
Yeah.
Like, that could have been your child.
Yeah. Awful.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I also had to look this up too. I call it like crocodile tears. Like crocodiles actually do cry too, but it's not out of emotion. So I mean, I just wanted to go throw that in there
Is that where it comes from, is it? Why do crocodiles cry?
because they shed tears for lubrication.
That's why it's crocodile tears. I never knew that. I don't know
We're
why.
learning so much today.
Literally are. Every day's a learning day.
It's a school day, yeah.
That's it. Every day's a school day.
They usually just do that because like when they're eating on dry land, it's like fucking response to like eye dryness and stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense. I never thought about that. There's something else I learnt the other day of why something's called something. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, oh, I've never questioned it. Yeah.
So the fucking kid kept on like going on, like asking when he was going home because he figured that he was gonna go home once this was all done. No, not a chance.
No.
Thank God.
They replied with like, "We don't know."
Yeah, they always do that. I love it. Like,
If they don't say yes right away, you're probably staying there.
Yeah.
So he was asked if James was able to talk. Thompson said, "Yeah, he could talk." James kept saying to him, "I want my mom."
Oh.
The way that he said this was the exact way that James would have said this in like his little child voice too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, even that is twisted, isn't it?
Yeah, to still do stuff to the kid when he's saying stuff like that, like, you can't have any feelings in you, like,
No.
emotion. Like,
But even to sit there in an interview and, like, mimic his voice, like, it just shows that you're so dissociated.
He's
from what
not,
you've done.
It's, James wasn't a person to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
So police ended up going back to Venables here, and he finally admitted that both were at the mall that Friday. He said they didn't see any kids there, and they weren't around any kids. Yeah, and Venables' mom even spoke up and said, "Was you in Boodle Strand, right?" And he replied with, "Yeah, Mom, but we never got a kid. We never got a kid."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "I never got the boy. I never killed him, Mom." And later on, he would even admit to taking James, like having his part in it.
Yeah.
So he mentioned that they walked up to him. We were walking around with him. We took his hand. And then he said it was his idea to walk up to him. And it was Robert's idea to kill him.
Why did he say you went along with it then? Like, because, no offence, I love Bryony to bits, but she's like, let's go and just kill some random stranger.
Oh, yeah, you'd be right in there, fuck off.
Well, yeah. But I'd be like,
No.
No.
Especially a kid as well. Like, it's different, like, no, it's not different. You shouldn't kill anybody, but, like, it's different thinking, like, your friend, like, oh, that friend's really pissed me off. Like
bullying me.
Yeah, whatever. But, like, a baby, because he is a baby. Like, he walks like a baby, talks like a baby, like, he's a tiny baby. Yeah. And, so what was his excuse then? Why did he go along with it?
I'll get into that here.
Okay.
Yeah, but the whole thing kind of changed when his mom, like, after she fucking heard all this, she was like, right? Like, her heart just sunk, right? So, the mom's name is Susan. So she actually talked to him, like, both of them, just him and her. And then she said, "You know we'll always love you and we'll support you, right? And you need to tell the truth." And it was after that Venables requested to speak with detectives. So they're all like, "What do you want to tell us, young man?" Like, they knew, right?
Yeah, of course.
And he said the words, "I killed James." So, I mean, his mom kind of had like a little play in that, like getting him to tell the truth, I would think.
I'm glad she did. I'm glad that, you know, because some parents don't want to believe it and are that, like, you know, closed off to it. Like, my child would never do anything like that. So I'm glad she's like, actually, if you've done it, own up to it.
Well, exactly, right?
Even though they really had him banged to rights. I mean, there's nothing better than a confession, is there, really?
It was here where he began telling them the story of leaving the mall, going to the canal, to maybe throw James into the water and then watch him drown. So both were telling him to kneel down and look at the water but James wouldn't. I mean, so they couldn't get him down, right? They were just going to kick him in or push him in, whatever, right?
But they could have just threw him in if that's what they really wanted to do.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, this caused that Robert kid to get really angry, so he picked him up and he threw him. And this caused the bump on his head.
Right.
And then they decided to take him around Walton Village because they didn't know what to do, right? They started walking along the tracks instead, right? So once they got so far, they began to throw bricks at him. Now, the kid said that he didn't throw any bricks, that he was picking them up and then putting them back down, but it was Robert that was telling him to pick up the bricks and throw them at James. Now, he put the blame mostly on Thompson for most things, but, you know, he didn't fucking say he took responsibility for, like, his actions and stuff, right, or his part in it.
Yeah, they never do, though, do they? That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, back to the interview with Thompson here, he asked why he was blaming him. So, like, both kind of started pointing the finger at one another, right?
Yeah.
He said, I'm getting all the blame because I've got blood on me, he said. And then he said that John had hurled a brick into James's face at full fucking tilt.
Oh my god, that poor baby.
And then he picked up another one and just kept throwing them at him, right?
Poor baby. Yeah, like, I just think as well, like, he must have just been so confused and
Scared.
so, like, in his little life, I'm sure he's never felt scared or, you know, he's obviously probably hurt himself. He's a child, but, you know, he lives in this little lovely family unit. I bet he's never even felt scared.
No, that's he's so trusting to go off with them.
Yeah.
Because he's been surrounded by lovely people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even, like, while he was throwing bricks at him, Thompson was just telling James to stay down, you stupid divvy, right?
Oh.
So this is like a derogatory term for a stupid or foolish
Yeah,
person.
yeah, basically, yeah.
I had to look that up. I had no fucking idea what the divvy was.
No, I know. Sometimes I'm like that with, like, American words or something, and I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
What was the word?
Divvy. Yeah, divvy.
You're a bit of a div.
I haven't used that in a long time.
No, I haven't.
Let's bring divvy back.
Yeah, let's bring it back. We'll start saying it.
I can remember once when we first started the pod, we said twat or something, and somebody was like, "Oh my god,
have you had all that crap?
That's fucking hilarious.
Have you had all that though, where you say something and then people get right irate? I said, I think it was lesbian, and like somebody took real offence to it, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to say then.
Yeah. We seem to piss people off anyway.
Oh yeah, all the time. I bet he's like, I'm so glad I've got you two here. My ratings will go down.
So a little bit after this is when they started to hit him with like the rocks and the stones and shit, and then they began hitting him with the fish plate bar. And then once they hit him with this, it knocked him like clean out cold onto the railway track, and he was just lying there. So they weighed his head down with rubble here, hoping that the train would hit him, and then his death would be ruled as an accident here. But that hit fucking killed him.
So that hit with that metal bar thing, was definitely killed with that.
Yep.
Oh, like, yeah, it would be fucking horrendous.
Oh yeah.
Like, he went through so much, and like, kids are stronger than you think. They can handle.
Yeah, they're very resilient.
Yeah, more than what you think. And I imagine, like, for them, the more they hit him, and the more it wasn't, you know, they weren't getting the reaction they wanted as such. Like, but like the worse it got, where it escalated to this big metal bar. But I don't know how this mum's coped. I honestly.
I wouldn't sleep. This would be haunting me forever.
Yeah. This is why I couldn't do this case. It would have took me ages because I couldn't have researched it.
No.
How's my research? Pretty frick. I did not have fun looking up all this shit either.
No. And just the fact that, you know, if it wasn't him, it would have been another child. They would have done this, and you know, this was
this was going to happen regardless of who it was,
when it was, where it was.
Yeah, it would have been some kid.
Yeah.
As I said, I think James was, if they had got away with it, James was the first. He was the practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it would have went on fucking down the road, right? So Venables pretty much admitted his part. Thompson didn't. I mean, even though they blamed each other throughout this, like Thompson just kept trying to blame Venables, and Venables just kept trying to blame Thompson, right?
Yeah.
They got no loyalties to each other. You know, like they would throw each other under the bus because why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, they're 10 years old, right?
Yeah. I don't even think if they were 10 years old. I think
just
they'd
the kind of
still
kids that they are.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
If they'll throw stones at a little boy and then put him on a train track, anything is possible, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I bet they thought if I put all the blame on one, you know, it's sort of, how can they prove it sort of thing.
Yeah, but like Thompson ended up fucking up too. He accidentally like shot himself in the foot because he actually mentioned like a description of what Bulger was wearing that day too, right? He's like, well, if you never seen him, how'd you know what he was wearing?
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
And at one point, Venables even said, like, what about his mom? Will you tell her I'm sorry? He's only sorry that he got fucking caught, that's all, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just still in my head. That tells me that he thinks he's going home.
And also as well, you know right from wrong, so otherwise why are you saying sorry?
Yeah.
You know what you did was bad.
Yeah, he's 10. Like, you know, like you said, right and wrong, you know it.
Yeah.
And these interviews, like, by police and everything, these went on through, like, several days.
Yeah.
So, not long after this, they were ready to charge these two little pricks for the murder of James Patrick.
Yeah.
And this happened on February 20th. Now, before this, Thompson had no record of violence before he was found guilty of killing the 2-year-old. Now, an officer later mentioned this about both of them. He said, I think Thompson was in charge, but they both attacked James.
Yeah.
He said that they were a match made in hell, a freak of nature, that they went out that day to kill. He said, I truly believe that. And if they hadn't been caught, I fear they would have struck again.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah, I do as well.
And he said that they were pure evil. And he's like, you'll never change my mind on that.
I know. I remember seeing a picture of them in their eyes. They just looks like there's nothing there. You just looks like you can see right down into their soul. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I find it interesting that you said that it wasn't Venables that was the ringleader.
Now, in 1993, Thompson and Venables became the youngest convicted murderers in modern British history when they were jailed for James's murder. So, now the whole trial would start up, right? I think this was like 9 months later, I believe. Yeah, it was 9 months later.
Crikey.
Yeah, crikey, bye.
like it.
Now, it's a little known fact that after their arrest and throughout the trial, Robert Thompson and John Venables were known only as Child A and Child B. Now, they had to do it this way mostly because, like, the whole ordeal sent shockwaves, like, around the fucking world, right? Like, people wanted to literally kill them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they knew who they were anyways, right? You know, just a weird little detail. Now,
No, I was just going to say, the thing is as well, with us, I don't know about you, but, like, we just protect them.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like, yeah, right, they've done wrong, but we're not going to release their names because we need to protect these children that have done this to another child. And I think as a mum and just as a citizen and things like that, you think, why are you protecting these bastards?
If my child's going to be out and near them, I need to know that.
Yeah, even if they are locked up, like, no, we want to know who they are. Why shouldn't we know who they are?
Exactly.
and even outside the courthouse, like, people were just calling for blood, right? Like, they did not like that these two killed little James at all.
No.
Yeah, and as we said, it's not just the fact that they killed him, it's how they killed him.
Now, they said, like, the whole crowd was outside screaming, kill the bastards. You know, a life for a life kind of thing, right? And media even photographed, like, all this shit, too. And, like, the whole thing is just, like, the distorted faces, arms flung, like, in anger, fury, all that, right? You know, and even police said, like, they've got to take out their frustration on someone, right? And he's like, you can understand all that, right?
Yeah.
Now, the crowd's fury had been whipped up by, like, tabloid newspapers and, like, politicians and shit. At the time, then Prime Minister John Major had responded to the crime by saying that society needed to condemn a little more and understand a little less.
God, John Major, blast from the past, Christ.
Good guy, bad guy.
I don't remember.
Not the best, but, you know, it is what it is.
The guy probably had worse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was Thatcher after, wasn't it? So...
Now, even newspapers, like all the newspapers and stuff, like they sought to reflect the mood of the nation by labeling the killers as evil beasts and bastards.
Mm.
So, like I said, at the trial in '93, Thompson was painted as the ringleader, and Venables was just led on by him, kind of thing. That's what they think.
Yeah, I think because that's kind of the story I've heard over the years, but still, I wouldn't want to be close to
Either of them.
No.
Even if they've, say, turned their life around, whatever, like, yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near them, and I don't want them anywhere near my children. And I do believe we have a right to know, and, you know, fucking chuck them on an island together.
Yeah.
Fucking let them fight out.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Well, like, even like psychiatrists and stuff and authorities, like they've never been able to reach a conclusion on what their motives were for his murder.
No, because they're evil. They're like, I'm sorry, but to do that, they are evil, and it's like when two evil people find each other.
Oh my God.
You know, it's like, you know, we see these parents all the time, and it's, you know, and they're killing these children left, right, and centre, and there's been so many. And it's like, how do two people that evil find each other and become friends or lovers or whatever?
Yeah.
It's just how?
Feel safe enough to say to someone, do you want to go and kill someone?
Yeah,
today?
like, how did that conversation go with them? Like, I'd love to know. I'd love to know. I wouldn't, but I would.
Yeah. That's the kind of things that interest me, like, why?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
And it was also noticed that Venables had a temper, and he'd been known to lose his cool, and he's also done like some pretty weird things prior, right?
Yeah.
And that he was like most likely the instigator of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Thompson seemed very dark and cold during the trial, like remorseless behavior and shit, as like compared to Venables, like having his hysterical outbursts and crying and stuff like that.
Mm.
And there are still some that say like fucking Venables commanded him like to obey him and shit, and that Thompson was just his little bitch.
Mm. And I kind of guess, like, him sat in the room crying and the other one cool, calm and collected, that is kind of the story that's being seen, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you know, you are your own person. You could have stopped this, or at least you could have walked away and not been a part of this. You chose to.
You choose
even
your
if
own
someone
thing.
was telling you to throw a brick or whatever, you know, you still chose to even stand there and watch. Must have been sickening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either way, you're guilty as sin.
Yeah, he took
whatever
part, and
your
that was
role
his choice.
Yeah.
And even like court-appointed like psychiatrists and stuff, they determined that the boys knew right from wrong and they weren't sociopaths and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when Thompson and Venables were questioned about the aspect of the attack by detectives and like child psychiatrists and stuff, the pair were reluctant to give details and they didn't say much.
No.
Now, also, like both boys' family lives were brought in discussion by the court, like, you know, we kind of touched on a little bit earlier. Thompson and his mother and siblings were subjected to severe physical and sexual violence at the hands of his father, who was also a piece of shit human being.
Mm.
He was beaten and molested by his father, and then the bullying and violence continued after his father left, because the brothers would like turn on themselves and then like start fights with fucking the whole family and shit like that.
Yeah.
And you said was he the youngest or near the youngest?
I believe he was the youngest.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he said he was the
Yeah.
youngest, yeah. So, I mean, that again puts you at a disadvantage, doesn't it?
Yeah. Smaller than all your siblings.
Yeah.
And then like the mother like turning to alcohol and becoming a full-blown alcoholic.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Venables had like zero violence while at home, and he wasn't known to be like bullied at school or anything like that. But I mean, if anything, like he was the one that liked to bully others, right?
Yeah.
Just not a kid.
Yeah, just a naughty little prick.
See, I reckon like one of them, probably Venables, sat back and looked at him and thought, yeah, you know, that's the guy.
Now, John, he had a reputation for violence at school, often against the younger children who he pushed around. And even overseeing like his home environment, in which like physical, emotional, verbal, and sexual violence were on the daily there. Like it's just overall bad parenting, right? Like that they didn't fucking stop anything to do with this.
No, of course, yeah, exactly. And they didn't look and go, hold on a minute, you know, he's showing behaviour that is concerning.
Yeah.
And even Robert Thompson's mother and father, like they weren't really good parents either, right? Like that much is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad homes.
Venable's background was just seemingly like free from like the shocking and traumatic events that, you know, Robert endured and stuff, right? Now, even though the Venables weren't like by any means wealthy, they were more financially comfortable than the Thompsons. Now, John's parents were estranged, but there was never a hint of abuse in the family or anything. John actually did take the separation quite poorly, though, while his mother like suffered psychiatric problems and would frequently complain of feeling like being overwhelmed because she had to parent.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, I mean, if he, you know, well, we all know he did what he did. Was he a hard kid to manage as well? Because, I mean, some kids are hard.
Yeah. It's just like, I can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I do.
Yeah. I'd love to know if they've been diagnosed with anything like ADHD, autism, anything like that. Not that I'm saying that that is a factor, but I'd love to know.
How their brain works.
Yeah. Yeah.
They also looked into like when a child kills, you know, law officials actually look at the parents for an explanation as to why this had happened, right? And as we wind down here, what was it, November 24th, 1993, after a 3-week trial at Preston Crown Court, the pair were found guilty of James's death. So they were convicted after, like, fucking big enough trial or whatever, right?
I don't remember the trial, though.
I don't remember the trial much at all. I can remember hearing that.
I remember seeing the white van taking him to court, but
Yeah.
but I don't think it was reported like it is now.
It was everywhere, but like I said, now
Not the
it's
trial though, like it is now.
yeah,
like
and now you've got
transcripts and stuff.
Facebook
Yeah.
and Court TV. I mean, I know that's American, but
Yeah,
there's
but-
so much of it available now.
Yeah.
Now, even the trial judge, this was fucking a guy named Moreland. He sentenced each of them to be detained during Her Majesty's pleasure, such a sentence like being mandatory in the case of young offenders convicted of murder. So they were held at young offenders institutions. Now, following all this at the Crown Court, it was a huge trial. It attracted enormous international coverage, obviously, right? Because it's a fucking vile thing to do.
Yeah.
Even the judge told them that they had committed a crime of unparalleled evil and barbarity. I mean, that's how fucked up this was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he also laid blame with their parents, calling for like a public debate about the home background, the upbringing, family circumstances, parental behavior, and relationships of children who commit these grave crimes.
Yeah.
And outside the court and everything here, like everything fucking swarmed around. Police vans were trying to get them inside and everything, and people were out there trying to literally fucking grab them and kill them, right?
Yeah, literally, they always have been, I think. It's like that. I don't think they'll ever feel safe, and I'm fucking glad they don't.
No.
And then Thompson and Venables left for their separate, secure children homes, never to see each other again. And here's where shit kind of gets fucked up during some point here. After a threat was made by James's father, Ralph, to hunt down his son's killers, Venables and Thompson, they won a high court order in January 2001, protecting their anonymity for life once they were freed with new identities.
Do you know what, though? They would have got that anyway. They would have got that anyway because we're such a fucking stupid country. They would have got it anyway. They're like, let's spend thousands of pounds and keep changing your identity when someone finds out because you fucked up again.
Now, at one point, the judge, Elizabeth Butler Sloss, She was convinced that their lives are generally at risk, as well as their physical safety if their new identities and whereabouts became public knowledge. Now, despite receiving life sentences for the heinous crime, they were released on licenses with new identities in June 2001, and both were reportedly 18 at the time of their release. So they only got like fucking 8 years.
Yeah, for what they did. It just proves that our country is fucked.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the same person now as I was when I was 10, but also I didn't murder anybody.
Exactly. And not if you murder somebody, torture somebody, and a child as well, baby. Like it's just wrong. It's just. I honestly just feel like because they're a baby or a child, their life matters less. That's what it feels like.
And it is an easy target. You got to remember these guys are 10. They're not massive. There's got to be something they can handle.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it?
Oh. Yeah, a lot of people weren't too happy about them being released back into society either.
No.
On June 23rd, 2001, Ralph and Denise Bulger were told of the parole board's decision to release Thompson and Venables. By then, both aged 18. The conditions of their license included a ban on them contacting the Bulger family or each other, or visiting Merseyside without written consent from their probation officers.
Written consent, they should never fucking be allowed to visit that place.
Nope. Now, the Bulger family was, like, wicked unhappy with the fucking decision and everything here. Like, their lawyers have not helped with their thirst for retribution, it was said. Now, they should take note of medical studies which show some form of forgiveness is needed for scars to heal, right? Like, they fucking didn't want these guys out, and now they had to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
Now, Robert Thompson turned 18 and was released from a young offenders institution under license, new identity 2001, and he has not reoffended since.
Well, that we know of.
Yeah. Now, Thompson, on the other hand, made a statement in 2001 about his release to the parole board. So he said, "I am now a better person and have had a better life and a better education than if I had not committed the murder." Thompson also denied claims that they sexually assaulted Bulger before murdering him. He alleged that he only became aware of John Venables, that he had a little boy with him when he left the shopping center. He said, "I very much regret that I did nothing to stop it at this time."
Like I said, they've got the video of them holding hands, haven't they?
Yeah.
But we had him until he left. But, where did he come from?
Yeah, pop magic.
That's what I mean. They talk so much shit, but then they still get released.
Yep.
It's like, hold on a minute. You want to get released, and you need to be honest.
Yeah, or at least try growing up prison.
Yeah.
And his identity remains protected under the worldwide injunction. So the whole injunction thing means that attempting to track down his whereabouts, even just searching for his address, could result in a prison sentence.
I know, you can't do nothing unless you want to go to prison yourself.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're dead serious, you find his address, you get there before the police realise you find his address, and, whatever.
Now, it's said here that Thompson did really well in his Barton Moss secure unit in Eccles Lanks. So, showing a growing interest in talent and art and all that shit. He actually passed 5 GCSEs.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know, like that's, what would that spell?
That's like, so it'd be like, what do you get graded on when you do your
Like
exams?
when you're leaving school and you do your exams, what, like, are they A-levels or, no, that's...
What do you get graded on?
Yeah, that was his A-levels.
A-levels, yeah, so it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, so it's just like, then it would have been marked A, B, C, so a C would have been, anything above a C would have been a pass, but you could have got a C, an A, an A+, or star, whatever it is. But now it's done in numbers to really fuck us over.
It's so confusing.
And he also enjoyed trips to the Lake District and even to the theater in Stratford, up in Avon.
I'm glad he's having a nice time.
Fuck this kid.
I know, like swanning off to the fucking Lake District.
Yeah.
But all paid for by us, might I add.
And even though Venables was released in 2001 given a new identity and shit, he was still arrested in 2008 after a drunken fight and given a formal warning by the probation services. He was also cautioned for cocaine possession. And he's still been in and out of prison, and he was in lockup for possessing child abuse images. Ugh.
Exactly. This is the thing that really gets me. Like,
But they didn't sexually assault him. Funny that.
But he was released in 2013 following a recommendation from the parole board.
what is it that they need to do?
To keep him in there.
Yeah.
But in 2017, he was arrested again for possessing child abuse images, and he was given a 40-month sentence. He admitted to having a book or a manual about having sex with young girls.
Oh God.
And it's so scary to think about what he's already done.
Yeah.
It's so fucking scary. That could be anyone's child that he could do that to again.
Yeah.
And in 2020, the parole board ruled that Venables, whose identity has been changed twice after it was discovered that, he should not be released and shit. And however, on December 13, 2023, he faced an appeal to determine his release from jail. But he lost his bid to be released from jail in a private parole hearing that ruled he still poses a danger to children and could go on to offend again. He had 21 days to submit an appeal, but the deadline passed, and he's going to be remained in jail for the next few years.
I mean, that's something, but still, it's not enough.
He's gonna get out, and he's gonna do it again.
Yeah.
He's gonna be found with child porn images because that is who he is.
Yeah. Or he's going to get another child again.
Yeah, and that's the scariest thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because
That's where it's leading.
yeah, because the thing is as well, like we all know there's people out there that've got young children that just want a boyfriend, and if his identity's changed, he can walk into someone's life, and no one will know who he is.
Now, even the parole board, their decision said that he had a long-term sexual interest in children, indecent images of children, despite taking part in a considerable amount of work in prison to address this area and shit.
Yeah.
He still has a history of taking drugs and secretly trying to use the internet to breach license conditions and shit.
It's just fucking it's ridiculous, isn't it? Thing is, right, someone like that, why can't they be why can't they be made to be castrated?
This is my thing.
It might not help, because obviously some of them still get that urge, don't they?
But they can't
do anything about it.
Yeah.
In that sense.
No.
I'm with you 100% on that. 100%.
Especially someone like him that just keeps reoffending.
Yeah.
Well, even they said, there's future risks of him, viewing more child sexual abuse images and him progressing to offenses where he might have contact with children.
Yeah, that's what I mean, exactly. Especially if his identity's changed and he walks into some young girl's life with a baby and they have no fucking clue who he is. And it's it's alright, maybe the parole saying, you're not allowed to be around children or whatever, but they still do. They still manage to do it if they want to.
Because nobody's watching him 24/7.
No.
And the panel was not satisfied that the release at this point would be safe for the protection of the public.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they still think he's gonna fucking do something bad.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that needs locking up forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just safer for everybody.
Yeah.
You can just hurt a child and a couple of years in jail and everyone forgets about it.
Yeah, it's okay.
And James Bulger's killers were barred from entering Liverpool. Moreover, reports allege that, Thompson kind of settled down. He's in a long-term relationship with a dude. And some sources also say that this, his partner, knows his true identity.
Yeah.
So he even, told him about it, right?
And it's they're banned from Liverpool. Great, they shouldn't be anywhere. Why are they only banned from Liverpool?
Yeah, I know. And they can ask to go into Liverpool if they ask to parole or what is it called? And it's what if they bumped into James's mum, or family member? Do you know what I mean? They don't want to see him. They don't want to see any of them.
No.
I think people that do stuff like this need, like you said, castrating and just putting on some random island and living all together.
Yeah, literally. Put them on Epstein's island.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's one free. It's going free. Yeah.
Now, the railway embankment here that they found James's body at, this is actually like soon covered with like hundreds of like bunches of flowers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason that like they killed him, like nobody fucking knows why they even decide to kill him or even steal a child in the first place. That's something that nobody figured out.
No. And if professionals can't figure it out, then why the fuck are we letting them roam around our streets?
Exactly.
Great, it's just, it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. And then you look at like some of the sentences they get in America, and it's like 45 years, 50 years, 60 years, and it's like, why are we not handing those sentences out?
Mm-hmm.
People do a lot less more shit.
I know. Yeah, they would. They really would. And it's like, you know, for someone like that, 100% death penalty, both of them. I don't give a shit if the other one hasn't reoffended. Fucking, they don't need to be on this earth, you know, for what they did.
And that's like, okay, there's been no children with Thompson or anything, like nothing to worry about that, but he still has had, like, you said, in trouble with the police and drugs and, you know, like, he's obviously not doing well, like, crazy.
Yeah, no. And a lot of the town folks still to this day say that those two should have gotten a chair for what they fucking did to little James.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they should have.
So if they can do that at 10, what can they do when they're fully grown adults?
Yeah. And even at that time, like children between 10 and 14 could be tried for criminal behavior in Great Britain only if the prosecution could prove the offender had known what they were doing was seriously wrong.
Yeah.
And they did know. They did fucking know what they were doing was wrong.
Oh, yeah. And little James is buried up in Kirkdale Cemetery, Fazakerley, Liverpool.
Oh, bless his little heart. I just feel so sorry for his parents.
Oh, yeah, no. His mom even mentioned some words about little James here, saying, "I gave birth to my baby boy. I was full of hopes and dreams for him, but the only thing I didn't ever imagine was burying my son's tiny body after his murder."
Yeah.
She went on to say, "No parent wants to outlive their child or say goodbye. It's impossible to imagine, but my final hours and minutes with my beautiful James will be etched on my mind until my dying day."
Oh, 100%. Like, shoulda, woulda, coulda, all those things. Like, I imagine she's been through a whole world of emotions throughout her whole life, and it's like, I imagine she gets triggered all the time, seeing children that, like, look like him, that have got a blue coat, that,
So her knowing that they're out and about and just living life.
I know, yeah. And one of them just keeps fucking offending constantly. And
I bet frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, I bet she's there, like, what the actual, you know?
Yeah, yeah, what are we doing? As a society, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, and his mom each year, for, like, his birthday and stuff, like, she buys a small gift for, like, her memorial garden in his memory.
I bet it's beautiful. I bet she keeps it beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And a quick thing here, in the whole aftermath of the jailing of Venables and Thompson and stuff, like, some sections of the media began to question the reasons behind the murder, you know, with a focus that they called video nasties. I don't know.
What, are they on about, like, video games and stuff?
Okay. So, like, this is kind of like they fucking kind of try to play this on like horror movies and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because video games weren't really a thing then, like that, was it? It's like Sonic the Hedgehog. And
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, they were there.
Yeah, they were there, but it wasn't like...
There was some PlayStation... Well, I don't know, PlayStation might have been out, but, you know, only the really rich people had them.
Yeah, but I would imagine, like, horror movies and stuff were... Yeah, but they always say that, though, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, not being funny, we watch a horror movie, we know it's fake. I mean, it might be based on a true story somewhere along the line, some weirdo might have done it, but, you know it's not real.
Those actors are going home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was also found out that Child's Play 3 was one of the films that Venable's father had rented in the months prior to the killing, so they don't know if like they had a fucking part in it or not, but like it was never established, if the kid watched it
What was
or
it?
anything, but like
Child's Play 3.
I don't know if I've
Chucky.
ever watched that. I never really watched Chucky.
I think I watched the first one. I can't.
I've never really watched it. I'm a bit of a baby.
but yeah, this was like just dismissed, right? But whatever.
I just can't. I just don't see. I mean, I get it. Like, I do get some people just play it that much that it becomes their life, and then maybe. But in that day and age, films and stuff, like, I just can't see that being a reason.
No.
I just think that's a headline.
Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, this turned them into da.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like a lot of people do song lyrics, don't they?
yeah, blame Eminem.
Yeah.
And critics also argue that jailing people when they are children increases their chances of reoffending when released.
Fuck off.
Their chances are increased because they've already offended once.
Yeah. Yeah. They've already tortured a young baby to death, but don't put them in prison.
Yeah.
Why would you do
Sorry,
that?
it was an oopsie. I won't do it again. I'll bugger off. Like,
Yeah. I wonder if they've ever had contact together again.
I don't think so. I think she's seen him when they were doing the
No, but I mean them two together, the two lads. I wonder if
they're not allowed, are they?
No, they're not allowed. But I mean, you're not really allowed to kill anybody.
Oh, no.
So
Yeah.
But I wonder if they've ever had contact again.
Not too sure, but yeah, no, like I looked up that and I couldn't find anything.
No.
Well, if they had, they wouldn't tell us anyway, would they?
No, but I
They're supposed to be doing
just would, I just wonder. If, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy too. Like the whole community still has like never been able to come to terms with such a fucking heinous crime either. Like the murder had a big impact and really affected the area too.
Not even just the area. It was like Sam said. It was literally everybody knew about it. Your parents were talking about it. People at school were talking about it. Like everybody knew about this.
Everyone knows the Bulger name,
And I
don't
think
they?
because of their ages, I think it just shocked everybody.
It was so different.
Yeah. You hear about kids and they find their parents' gun and it accidentally goes off and things like that, but you don't hear like kids like this torturing other kids.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't, or if you do, they're teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not 10 and 2.
No.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Like, even the fucking butcher shop there, A.R. Tim's, like that actually never quite recovered to the levels that it had before that day. Like parents would never let their kids even go to the Strand Mall because
Yeah, exactly. Like, people work. Yeah, exactly. If it can happen to them, it could happen to you.
And it's like never over for the mum because he keeps going back in, keeps going back out. Like,
Yeah.
she must be doing her bloody nut. She has to be.
Yeah, I imagine though, at some point you have to just
Give up.
not listen to, not read about it.
Not give up, but just give it.
Yeah, give up on them too.
Give it
because
away.
it would just eat away at you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, she's.
I just felt it's her. Like, I'm doing it now, and I'm not even in the story. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, it's making me angry.
You want to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what pisses me off about them changing their identity and things like that. It's like, I get it because, people don't
kill
like
them,
that
to be
sort of
fair,
thing.
yeah.
But at the same time, we're spending millions of pounds changing their identity for them, one of them to reoffend.
Yeah.
For us to have to do it all over again, and it's like, how many chances do you get?
Yeah. I'd be like, no, you were given all this.
And you fucked
You
it
fucked
up.
it up, so go on your own, mate.
Yeah.
fuck them.
Yeah.
Mm. I don't know. It just really angers me. Really, really angers me.
No, I know. Me too.
Don't know.
And
Like I said, I did say to Chris, there was a rumour. I can't say how true it is, but obviously the boys went to like naughty boys' home and that. We've got one near where I live, and there was a rumour that Venables was in there.
From a great source.
Yeah, from a reliable source. And I'm thinking, like, does that mean he likes Exeter? Like,
Yeah, I know. And also as well, this person obviously had to work with him. That was their job, you know. That's what they had to do. But could you imagine being
having
that person,
to work with them,
knowing what they've done?
Taking them out of wearing clothes and stuff.
Yeah, like literally, like that's what they did. Like took them out, like to fucking I don't know, sweet shops and like they lived the high life. It wasn't prison really.
No, it wasn't. And fucking, well, what's it there? The butcher shop there, it's actually gone. But I mean, it's like a charity shop here selling like secondhand furniture and homewares and stuff now.
Yeah.
And it's even said like Boodle was like a very somber place up until this whole trial and murder and everything, right? Like,
I can imagine because you go in there and you just automatically think of this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
And how can you not, as a person, like feel it's just a tragedy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the area was definitely nice at the time, like good people, you know, very lively streets and shit. But like the whole murder just fundamentally changed the area that day. Like there was nothing ever going to be the same.
No, exactly. People will never. And the thing is, it's lovely that people will never forget him. It is lovely,
but it doesn't bring him back.
No, it doesn't bring him back. And like you say, the impact it must have had on so many people.
And still having.
This still could have fucking happened anywhere, though. You know what I mean? Like,
like
any shopping center. It wasn't like Boodle wasn't the problem. You think it was just these two fucking idiots that did this?
Yeah,
not the place, it's the person or people.
Yeah, but it doesn't help the fact that people don't go in there because of what happened. You know.
But I would imagine there is the other way as well. Like people are curious, so they'll go there.
Oh yeah, of course, I do get that, but you know, like I said, the impact of lies, like even down to like the butcher shop. I mean, he must have just felt like it must have just been awful to know that little boy was there and 2 seconds and he's gone.
Yeah, she has written a book, hasn't she?
No, probably. She probably has, yeah.
I've got a feeling I saw her on Lorraine Kelly doing a book. I might be wrong, but
I don't know.
And it was also known that Venables, after his release, reportedly made returns to fucking Liverpool there too.
Of course he fucking did, because he's a knobhead.
He just thinks he's the most important thing in the world. That's the vibe I get.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't somebody recognize him? You know what I mean?
Well, you'd think, wouldn't you? But he's probably had fucking plastic surgery that we paid for.
Yeah, I'll put a cap on, like, what's it? 37 people saw them walking off with James, and
no one stopped him then.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. And James's mother, too, Denise, she's never been able to go back to the shopping center where her son James was snatched from.
No, I could imagine. I wouldn't be able to.
No. And she blamed herself for like a lot over the years, like about that day with James. And she even said later on that I think it would be completely normal and natural to blame oneself. Now, she mentioned that their last moment, saying that, you know, how this was our last moment together and all that. She said there was no long goodbye, no last cuddles, and no snuggles with the baby who meant more to me than life itself. Just me letting go of James's hand for a split second, rummaging around in my purse for the right change, and my 2-year-old son to be led away to his death by the 10-year-old boys who murdered him.
Yeah, I mean, the guilt she must feel. Not that she should, but
it is. She's the mother. You know, she's going to say, I'm the mother, I should have been watching him, I should have, you know.
And the thing is, we all do it. We all are distracted, especially nowadays with phones. We all really are. But, yeah, it's just terrible what they did.
So it wasn't her fault. If those 2 kids weren't there that day, she'd still have her baby. Or her son.
Yeah, they would have been where they should have been at school.
And I mean, even over the years, like the whole like what ifs, like, you know, they definitely must have popped in her head, I think, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why did we go that day? What made me go that day? You know, why did I buy those lamb chops?
I would think, I mean, this is just my opinion, but I bet she's planned their deaths so many times.
Oh yeah, I hope she has.
Guaranteed. I would.
I wouldn't even plan it. It would be done.
Yeah,
I would, because I'm just a hot, like,
hothead.
Yeah, I couldn't live with it. I'd have to.
And she even said, like, there were honestly times after James was murdered that I didn't think I would survive until the end. You know?
Yeah.
She said, I always say, if there's a fight to be had, I will be there having it until I die. But the minute I step back foot inside the house, she said, I had to be a mom and a wife.
Yeah.
So she has to leave that at the door kind of thing, right?
Yeah, right, yeah. Is she still with James's dad then?
No. No, and like the whole family too, like even though James is like a huge part of their family, their life and everything, right? Like all the inevitable heartbreak that it brought, like it has to stay firmly outside our front door, she said. Like even though although like it wasn't even her fault, you know?
No.
Denise and Ralph's marriage actually broke down and then they divorced in 1995. Denise was like a living reminder of what I had lost. Ralph said this. I imagine she felt the same way when she saw me. I think if we had stayed together any longer, then we would have ended up destroying each other.
Yeah.
So both went on to remarry, have children with new partners, and now Ralph is in a new relationship again. Both have continued to express their dissatisfaction with the system, bent on rehabilitating their son's killers instead of punishing them. You know, fucking terrible.
They've just been given chance after chance, and just been given. And I'm not going to lie, I don't believe that the young offenders. I mean, it probably wasn't amazing, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
It's not prison.
No, it's not prison. It's not. It's not as bad. That I just think for what they did and where they went,
That's not a punishment.
it is a kick in the teeth.
Yeah.
And even Denise said that she tried to hold on to the memory of Tiny James, but said she was blinded by her hatred of her son's murderers and was only able to reconnect with him through talking about him through a book that she wrote.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's now a mom of 5 who lives with her husband. His name's Stuart, and she revealed that she has been haunted over the years by not knowing where his killers have been.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I imagine, she thinks, especially if he's been back to Liverpool and stuff, if I walk out that front door, am I going to bump straight into him?
Yeah.
Like, even she said, like, I don't know what they know about me and my family, what bits of my life they have, had access to and all that.
Yeah.
She said, the one thing that always tormented me is the thought that they have visited James's grave, which is accessible to anyone. And these are all things that I will never know.
Oh, what, she doesn't, they have visited his grave, or she doesn't know if they have?
She doesn't know if they have. But
Right. I think they're those type of guys that they don't really care enough. But having said that,
well, I mean, like that was something that just scared the shit out of her, right? Like not knowing if they had even visited his grave. And
yeah,
shit, right?
if they are that sort of cold-hearted and empty, I could see that happening.
Yeah. And I mean, and now she's got 5 children that I imagine she has been so overprotective, which I don't blame her. And then that's going to affect the children that she's got in some sort
It's
of
just
way.
going to affect
It's not their fault,
everyone
it's
all
not
the
her
time,
fault.
isn't it?
But she has to be overprotected because of what happened.
Yeah. Because she knows what happens when you're not.
Yeah, exactly. Still think 38 people could have saved his life.
Yeah.
38 couldn't give a fuck people.
Yeah. Apart from one, which could have done more, but it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And nobody knows what they would do in that situation. But I tell you what, if I thought something was off, I would be questioning it.
Mm-hmm. And like his mom even had questions, right? Like, would he be married? Shit like that. Would he be a good dad? Just those things that kind of play in his life here. Like his first day of school, his first fucking sports day.
Yeah.
These are like questions that won't get answered anymore, right?
It's just, I couldn't imagine it.
No.
For her to still be alive, I mean, what a thing,
Yeah, still be living life as best she can. But I suppose as well, you've got to think about it is like she's thinking like, my son is gone, I could join him, but at the same time I could live on and keep his memory alive.
And like I said, she's had the kids.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm so glad she had more kids because, you know, she's a mum.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Denise said that she suffered panic attacks for many fucking years too, because like all she thought it was like James's last moments alive and how he must have felt, like, you know, calling out for his mom, feeling so helpless, all that, right?
Yeah, it's it makes me feel absolutely sick. Like my tummy, literally. Yeah, if you go over a bump really fast and your tummy does like woo thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how it makes me feel.
Yeah, I know.
And she even said like when you've lost a child, you go through stages. She's like, you blame yourself, you blame others, but at the end of it, like, there's only two people to blame in this, and that's the two who took his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you should be able to go shopping and buy lamb chops and go home and feed your kids, and that's the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you shouldn't be worried about 10-year-olds that are lingering around.
No.
And the thing is, well, right, not that I'm blaming the shopping mall, because it's not their fault, but, like, you know, security people probably must have noticed these two kids that probably should have been at school.
Just not their business, is it?
I know, but, you know, you could be like, what are you in here for, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I know kids hang around in shopping centres, like we used to do it when we were younger, do you know what I mean? It's somewhere to go, but at the same
I did
time,
that too.
yeah, I wasn't trying to steal children.
Yeah.
No. And she also said here, like, it did take me a long time to realize and get my head around it that it wasn't me that killed James. Now, she also said that she confirms that she knows very little about what her baby boy went through because she did not attend the whole trial.
Oh, wow.
At the time she was heavily pregnant with her second child, and she was told she risked miscarrying from all the stress. Like, she would have seen that, she would have miscarried.
Yeah, and you don't want that for when your baby's inside you. You don't want that stress because it does. They've done research, haven't they, to say that it does.
Pure stress, baby stress.
Yeah, so you do not want that stress anyway. But then again, like now, she doesn't know, and maybe it's best that she doesn't know.
Yeah. But the information's there if she wants it.
I don't know.
Even
Can she get that information?
Yeah, Chris
Okay.
could.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there'd be stuff that we still don't really even know.
Well, no one's going to know exactly what happened, but with the injuries and that, you can kind of make a timeline for it, can't you?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then, you know, we don't know, like, we're like, oh, it was said that he might have been sexually assaulted, but no one really knows, whereas in court, we would know, you'd know for sure, wouldn't you? But it's probably better that she didn't attend.
Oh, yeah. And even today, her second husband, Stuart, there, he actually goes through all the newspapers with like a thick black marker to block out any details, like, about James's fucking trial and murder and everything.
Yeah, because do you know what? It comes up, like, I wouldn't say like every other month or anything, but there's always going to be like either a documentary or the mum's doing something and she's on TV. You know, it comes up every year. You will see something about James Bulger.
Yeah, of course you will, yeah, and especially on Facebook and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's also said here that Venables will be eligible for another parole review soon, and James's mother, Denise, says he never wants him to be released.
No,
he shouldn't be. He's had so many chances. How many more chances does he need?
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, and like even for a long while, like Denise was like treated with like something of a little bit of disdain from the liberal media here because she did do like numerous marches, rallies. She gained publicity, and she even like organized her whole like justice campaign here. She was seen riding around in the cab of a truck, draped with a banner that said "Justice for James" on the day that Thompson and Venables were released here. Now, a lot of people actually demanded to see photos of the adult Thompson and Venables, and they wanted to fucking see how old they were and whatnot, right?
Yeah, right.
They were gonna go fucking kill them.
Yeah.
I don't know when it was, probably 10 years ago or more, but they did post pictures of James of Venable in the paper. They definitely did. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, this is back in February 2012, actually, there. She spoke out against Robert Thompson's plans to sue News International because they had a picture of one of them there, too. Yeah, so, like, Buddy was like, what the fuck, why is my picture here and all this, right? So he was, like, gonna sue them or whatever, right? She said it would be a terrible insult for James's memory if the animal who murdered him was to receive a payment.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And there were even, like, what was it, tabloid stories about the boys enjoying special privileges. Like, they had PlayStations, holiday games, football matches.
Yeah.
It's not, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's the nicest place to be. I wouldn't want to be there, but it's not punishment.
No, it's not punishment. And again, they're out, they're free, they're fucking up left, right, and centre. You're giving them chance after chance. Like people, like the parole board saying that they're a danger around children, but you get the right parole board that lets him out, and he does harm a child, like again. Then we're going to be sat here again going, oh, he should have been in prison.
Yep. I mean, there's still a ton of people that think they just got off scot-free too, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that they got off easy and all this. The punishment didn't fit the crime.
No, it didn't.
No, not at all.
Like, all they did was 8 fucking years, and it wasn't like they were locked up constantly in, like, adult jail or anything. Like, it was
No,
just
it's not like that, is it?
No.
No.
It's just like a fucking walk in the park or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When this all comes up and it's all in the news, how Denise copes, like, more power to her, because I just don't know what I do.
No, I know.
And Denise also started up the James Bulger Memorial Trust and launched a helpline to help families struggling in silence. So, like, if anything's happening, like, you know, you can give that number a call.
Yeah.
And she also helps support young victims of crimes, hatred, and bullying. Now, in January 2017, Denise was given the British Citizen Award for her tireless work helping other families through situations similar to her own. Now, the helpline number is called James Legacy Line. It actually has a phone number containing his date of birth, and that number is 0300 324 1603. And they actually have like a strap line or whatever, I guess. It says connecting hearts and supporting families.
I mean, what a woman.
Yeah.
What a woman. She could have sat there and just been a mess and cried the rest of her life, and I wouldn't have blamed her.
No.
Now, she also wrote a book here, too, that was called I Let Him Go, the heartbreaking book from the mother of James Bulger, and I believe it's like 368 pages.
Oh, I don't think I could listen to it. I think it would break my heart.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just, like, read the book together, and then we'll do another podcast.
Yeah, we'll just do the book, shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll cry.
Yeah.
And I don't cry very often.
No, I cried at a Netflix thing the other day.
What one was it?
I made my co-host cry one time because I went into so severe details about a guy butchering dogs.
Oh, I would have cried on that, yeah.
Yeah, she never cries, and I was like, I can hear her crying. I'm like, are you fucking crying?
I would have cried if it was about dogs.
Dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like, how did you do this? You have 3 dogs. I'm like,
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But yeah, no, I think we covered everything here, and then some on this case.
Chris, that was brilliant, love. You are so detail orientated. I love it.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Really good.
100%, really good.
Yeah, you done us proud, love.
Once I download these, I will send them right to you.
Okay, bear with me just a second. Hold on. So, man who found James Bulger's body died after night in a police cell. So James Riley, 44. Hold on.
That was a dude that they thought fucking did that too or something, but when they interviewed a whole bunch of people, that was a guy that they thought did that before they fucking found out it was 2 kids.
Yeah, because he was a bit older, wasn't he?
I think so. He's an older fella.
Yeah, so a man who found James Bulger's body as a teenager more than likely swallowed packages of drugs before his death in custody. James Riley, 44, was arrested by Merseyside police on suspicion of drug offences. He had loads of drug offences, like he was in and out of prison for drug offences. But yeah, basically it says that after he found James's body, he couldn't cope and he went on to crack cocaine and then just basically led a life of just in and out of prison, which is like that might have been his life anyway, but would it
Might
have
not have been.
You know, like finding his body must have been so traumatic. And he died in 2023, but it came up on Facebook the other day. That's why I thought it was recent, but it was 2023. But yeah, and I just think, yeah, it obviously affected him that much.
It had to have, like, I couldn't, I just can't, I'm no words.
It's just really sad how many people, how many lives this has destroyed, and like then they're just fucking roaming around.
It's so frustrating.
In a relationship, like having a nice life, whatever.
Yeah, his girlfriend knows everything about him. Wonderful.
Yeah. Oh no, his boyfriend is.
Boyfriend, yeah, of course, sorry.
Yeah, knows everything about him. Oh, great, brilliant, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I just hope he covered everything on that. That's all.
Yeah, I think you definitely did.
Yeah, you got it all, love. That was really, really good.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking have you guys lose viewers.
You'll lose viewers when you put us on the podcast. I'll be like, who are these?
They were like, look,
idiots?
you give us loads of details and these birds are talking about something stupid.
Yeah, they're just laughing about massaging.
Fuck, no, it's all good.
Oh, thank you very much, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. It's been so good. We're so sorry for buggering you around as much as we did.
No, it's okay. Throw something else at me. I'll work on it.
Okay, so we're going to do next.
Because I would like to collab with you guys again. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, I know,
Love it.
I don't mind doing a case. We're going to do I'm going to do the Idaho murders.
I'll join on that. You guys can fucking talk.
Yeah, okay. It might be a few episodes long though.
Yeah, it won't be for a minute, will it? Because we've got a few.
Yeah, I can't do it for a minute, but it'll be in the next sort of like month maybe.
Maybe after Christmas?
Yeah, let's say after Christmas, then that gives me time to write it.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Did you watch the documentary I told you to watch?
No, I couldn't find it.
So have you watched a documentary on Prime?
No.
It's called The Idaho Murders, I'm
Two
pretty
seconds,
sure.
when
Or
we go?
One Night in Idaho, yeah.
Come down with me and we'll have a look, because I couldn't find it.
Okay, it's called like One Night in Idaho, and it's like the families are talking and stuff, and it's so fucking sad.
Like that.
So sad, but yeah, that case is just awful, and he's such a prick still now. He's still in court being like, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that.
There's just this thing inside me that is like, fucking get him in jail or...
Well, he is in jail, he is in prison.
No, but leave him there, like...
Well,
I
just
want
let
him
him rot.
I want him in like a stony jail cell with a bed with a mattress, no blanket, no...
Yeah.
Looking out...
He complains about everything. He's complaining about the food and stuff that he's receiving.
Poor little lamb.
He's not happy with it. He's not getting everything that should be on his tray, apparently.
Oh, my lord.
I know. Can imagine him, like, feels entitled.
Yeah. It's just no change, is it?
No. But at least he's in prison for life.
Yeah.
Better than what we can say about these bastards, isn't it? But yeah, alright. Okay, Idaho after Christmas, so January.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Deal.
Yeah, no, thank you, Chris.
Thank you,
Love it.
Chris, very much.
Very welcome. I'll send this right to you on a download.
Thank you.
Wonderful. We got to go to bed now. It's 1:30 where we are. AM.
Christ, I'm sorry I kept you guys.
That's alright.
No, don't you be sorry.
No, don't worry. Thank you very much, Chris.
Cheers, Chris.
Have a wonderful day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.